On the wall, who is fairest of them all?
You are the fairest, but there is another destined to surpass you.
I remember vaguely watching the Disney version of Snow White when I was younger, but I didn't love it. It wasn't the princess movies weren't always my favorite. So this wasn't about rediscovering something that really like struck a chord for me my whole life. It was about realizing why Snow White has existed so long. It's like such a fundamental story. It's easy for anyone to go, well, yes, it is good to be good, isn't it? We do care about each other, don't we? Most of us do, you know, and it's kind of that like really basic idea of truth.
Who are you? Why is the queen wants you dead?
You should know you're the one hunting me!
I think it has a really basic concept of, you know, if you value things that are really, truly important, you'll be happier. I mean, and we all do, not to say that everyone is the same, but it is, the reason we have this conversation, the reason we make movies is to get to something that feels true to a massive group of people. And there's like nothing more inspiring than being part of a whole. There's nothing that makes us feel better as people. It's like, you know, getting up and saying, yes, I agree with that because it is good. It's a very fundamental movie. It's about good and evil, and I think that there isn't that black and white thing in existence. We have whys behind all of those. It's like all of our really archetypal characters are explained. Snow White is not purely good, and the evil queen is not purely evil. They become those people.
You have eyes, huntsman, but you do not see. She is destined to end the darkness.
All of the action comes from a purely like instinctive place, so they kind of put a sword in my hand and said, don't die. And I like that, because it's not like you ever see Snow White do anything that a girl my size couldn't do, because then the movie would just fall apart, you know.
I should have killed her when she was a child.
I need her heart beating with blood.
The whole production has always had a feeling that it's only being done to do the world that it exists in justice. It's not to make money, and it's not because we're trying to like do a girl power movie or anything that right now looks on the outside like you would do a movie like this. Big studio movies are usually made by a huge group of people. It's a machine. They pump out a product. I'm not saying that that can't be really interesting to watch, but in most cases it's not my favorite. If we do a sequel, it's going to be because we all really believe in it and care about it. And I think that the characters are real. They're really whole, and so they could exist beyond where destiny drops them off. And I think that it could be even more interesting to see when Snow White is not helped by this sort of like superior, or like ultimate, almost like god-like light.
Lips red as blood, hair black as night. Bring me your heart, my dear, dear Snow White.
As a girl, you don't always think that this is gonna work. It's so easy. I mean, if you ever feel so inclined, I'm not suggesting that you go around hitting people, but if you're doubting yourself, don't, because it works.
Let them come.